What makes a celebrity truly universally hated? It's not just one bad movie. It's not one awkward interview. It's a fall from grace so shocking, so undeniable, that it shatters everything they built. It's the moment you realize the person on the pedestal is a complete fraud. Today, we're diving into the most infamous falls in Hollywood history, and the exact moments they turned the public against them forever. From a couch jump that destroyed a billion-dollar career, to recordings so vile they leaked worldwide, to America's dad hiding the darkest secret in television history. These are the moments that changed everything. Let's start. Bill Cosby. We have to begin with the most devastating fall in television history. Bill Cosby. From 1984 to 1992, The Cosby Show wasn't just a sitcom. It was a cultural institution. Bill Cosby wasn't just an actor. He was America's dad. Wholesome, trusted, beloved. He sold Jell-O. He wrote books on fatherhood. For millions of people, he was the most trusted celebrity in the world. But even as he built his empire, dark rumors swirled in Hollywood circles. The first public crack appeared in 2005, when Andrea Constand filed a civil suit. Cosby settled it quietly. The story faded. But then, it exploded. The real turning point came almost a decade later, in October 2014. It started with a simple stand-up clip from comedian Hannibal Buress. He was on stage and he said the words out loud. He directly called out the long-buried allegations. That clip went viral. It was the spark that lit a decades-old gasoline trail. Suddenly, the media, the public, and the law could no longer ignore it. One by one, then in a flood, over 60 women came forward, all with horrifyingly similar stories spanning decades. The dad was a facade. In 2018, he was convicted of aggravated indecent assault. And though that conviction was later vacated in 2021 on a legal technicality, not on the merits, the public's verdict was already in. The legacy? Gone. Cosby's fall was a slow-burn secret that exploded into an inferno. But what about an implosion that happened not over decades, but in a single catastrophic year? Tom Cruise. That brings us to Tom Cruise, and the year 2005. It's hard to overstate just how massive Tom Cruise was. For 2 straight decades, he was the movie star. Top Gun.
Rain Man. Jerry Maguire.
He was the definition of a bankable all-American A-list hero. He could do no wrong. Then came May 23, 2005. He appeared on The Oprah Winfrey Show. In a manic, bizarre display of love for his new girlfriend Katie Holmes. He grabbed Oprah's hands, pumped his fists, and then he jumped on the couch. If you were watching that day, you didn't see love. You saw a man who seemed completely unhinged. It became an instant, global punchline. But wait, it gets worse. Just weeks later, he doubled down. He went on the Today Show and publicly attacked actress Brooke Shields for using antidepressants, calling psychiatry a pseudoscience. The public backlash was immediate and severe. By August 2006, the damage was complete. Paramount Pictures, his home studio for 14 years, terminated its production deal with him. Viacom chairman Sumner Redstone told the Wall Street Journal it was due to his recent conduct. He said Cruise had cost the company revenue. The king of the box office had, in just a few months, become a liability. Cruise's public persona collapsed under the weight of his own bizarre behavior. But at least you could argue he was being himself. What happens when your entire public persona is a lie? Ellen DeGeneres. The Be Kind lie. Let's talk about Ellen DeGeneres and the total spectacular collapse of her Be Kind brand. When the Ellen DeGeneres Show launched in 2003, it was a breath of fresh air. Empathy, generosity, dance-offs, and her famous sign-off, "Be kind to one another." It made her one of the most beloved and powerful people in entertainment. But for years, industry rumors painted a very different picture. The first public crack came in March 2020. Comedian Kevin T. Porter posted a Twitter thread asking for insane stories about Ellen being mean. It went viral. Thousands of replies, all saying the same thing. The kind boss was allegedly one of the meanest people in Hollywood. Now, this is where it gets insane. In July 2020, BuzzFeed News dropped the bomb. A detailed, sourced investigation revealed a toxic work environment on her show. Allegations of racism, fear, and intimidation. The allegations weren't all directly at Ellen. But it was her show. Her name, her watch, her public apology fell flat. Ratings plunged. By May 2021, she announced the show was ending. The brand of kindness? It was just a brand. Ellen's staff may have found her difficult. But our next entry is a man who was allegedly so toxic. His co-stars wanted to physically fight him. Chevy Chase. The legend nobody wanted. We're talking about the original Saturday Night Live legend, Chevy Chase. In 1975, Chevy Chase was the guy. The first breakout star of SNL. The original Weekend Update anchor. A comedy icon in the making. But he alienated the entire cast and writing staff, leaving after just one season to chase movie stardom. His reputation as difficult was cemented in 1978 when he returned to host. Moments before the show went live, he got into a now infamous physical altercation with Bill Murray. The feud was real, and it set the standard for his behavior for the next 40 years. This wasn't a one-off. He was reportedly banned from hosting SNL again after a 1997 gig where he allegedly harassed a female writer. Decades later, on the set of Community, the pattern repeated. He publicly clashed with creator Dan Harmon, allegedly used racial slurs on set, and stormed off. He was the legend nobody wanted to work with. Chase built a reputation for being difficult for decades. But what about a star who built a billion-dollar empire on being completely out of touch? Gwyneth Paltrow, the Goop Queen. That brings us to the queen of pseudoscience and privilege, Gwyneth Paltrow. Paltrow was once Hollywood royalty, a respected Academy Award-winning actress. But the turning point for many was that very Oscar win. In 1999, her tearful, rambling acceptance speech for Shakespeare in Love felt overwrought and self-aggrandizing. The real shift came in 2008, when she launched a simple lifestyle newsletter called Goop. That newsletter soon morphed into a multi-million-dollar empire, built on promoting medically unproven, wildly expensive, and potentially dangerous products. Jade eggs, vampire repellent. She became a symbol of pretentious, out-of-touch celebrity culture, especially after coining the phrase conscious uncoupling during her 2014 separation from Chris Martin. Hold on, because this next part is peak privilege. This image was cemented in 2023 during her bizarre broadcast ski trial. Her testimony, where she complained to the court that the accident caused her to lose half a day of skiing, felt like the absolute definition of aloof privilege. Paltrow may have alienated the public with her privilege, but our final entry alienated all of Hollywood with a tirade so toxic, it ended his career overnight. Mel Gibson, the Malibu Meltdown. We're talking about the spectacular, infamous implosion of Mel Gibson. In the 1990s, Gibson was on top of the world, charming, box office gold. In 1995, he reached the absolute pinnacle, winning Best Picture and Best Director for Braveheart. But even his 2004 blockbuster, The Passion of the Christ, was mired in widespread accusations of anti-Semitism. You won't believe what happened next. The real career-ending moment came on a Malibu road in July 2006. Gibson was arrested for a DUI. The police report leaked to the press. It was devastating. It detailed a vile, misogynistic, and intensely anti-Semitic tirade against the arresting officers. He was a pariah overnight. His agent dropped him. Then, in 2010, as he was attempting a comeback, leaked audio recordings surfaced. They captured him in racist, violent, and threatening rants directed at his ex-girlfriend. It confirmed, for many, that 2006 wasn't an isolated incident. It was a pattern. He was made virtually unemployable by every major studio for years. From America's Dad to the Queen of Goop, a celebrity's downfall is rarely a single event. It's a series of cracks in a public facade. A slow build-up of truth. It's the moment the private reality becomes too loud to ignore. But it leaves us with one question. Did you ever really know them at all? Or was it all just an act? So here's my question for you. Which downfall shocked you the most? Was it America's Dad's dark secret? The Queen of Nice toxic workplace? Or Mel's racist meltdown? Drop a comment below. I'm reading every single one. And if you made it this far, you're part of the 5% who actually watch till the end. Prove it. Smash that subscribe button and drop a fire emoji in the comments. because part 2 is coming soon, and trust me, those stories are even more shocking.